Cypress Test Automation. My name is Odumide Ayodele Success. I'm a certified tester. You can also call me a product quality engineer. If today is your first time on this channel, or you're coming to this channel before, or you want to subscribe, kindly subscribe and also click the notification bell so you can get updates each time I drop a video on this Cypress automation tutorial. Okay, so let's get started. Today we are going to be writing our first test, writing your first test in Cypress. After this, we're going to go back to Cypress locators. I think we should write our first test first. Okay, now let's get started with that. To write your first test, come to Cypress folder, come to E2E folder. On the E2E folder, right click on it and create a new file. So I'm going to create a test file right here, and I will name it our first test .sci.js. .sci means Cypress. Sci means Cypress. JS means JavaScript. It's a JavaScript extension. So I'll click enter. Okay, so we have our test file code editor right here. So I think I should increase the size of these the font size of this side of this code editor so you can see it better. Now I'll be doing that. Put this at 30. I just did that, and of course it should be much better now. Okay, so I'll be writing our first test. So to write our first test, we have what we call test suite. Test suite starts from describe. Okay, the describe function. Describe, that's if you have not gone through the manual testing or the software testing for beginner series, I want to advise you to do that so you can understand what test suite, test and all of that, test file and all of that means. So test suite, here you are going to see describe, put a double colon like this. After putting a double colon like this, and say our first test. Okay, put a comma, then write a function. So this a function, you can write it like this. You can write a function like this, or you can just leave it without writing it this way. Okay, you can put it like this. So let's go this way. So now this is a describe block which will contain multiple tests. So now I'm going to write your test. You start with it, then another parenthesis, then your column, your quotes, single quotes, then I'll say first test. Okay, write another function. Okay. This equals to the greater than symbol, then your curly braces. Right. So let's try to access the Facebook website. So I will say sci. Okay. Sci means Cypress dot visit, because we are trying. This is a visit method, and of course an inbuilt method that you can see. Because we are visiting a website. When you go to a website, what you are trying to do is to visit. So I will say site.visit, the parentheses, then the double colon, then I will say the web address of that of the site I am about to access. Okay. So I'm going to go through the Facebook site right now so that we can see how it looks like. So let me see. Okay, let's try to access Jumia. Jumia. So this is Jumia.com, right? So we want to try and access this website right now. So I'm going to copy this web address. Okay. Having copied that, I'll go back to my Cypress and type Jumia and type the web address and paste it right here. So having done that, let's try to run our test whether we'll be able to access Cypress, whether we'll be able to access the site using Cypress. So to do that, we need to bring up our Cypress application. So, and of course, let me bring it up. So to bring it up, there are two ways, like I taught in the last video. So I'll just use the shorter way, nps cypress. Okay, you can use npm run cypress semicolon open. You can use nps cypress open. I'm going with nps cypress open because it's faster. So I'm trying to bring up Cypress application right now. So let's wait for it. Click on the end-to-end file. Okay. Then click on Chrome and choose any of these browsers, but I prefer to use Chrome. Okay. I'm using Chrome. Then click on Chrome. Having clicked on Chrome, we can see that Cypress is open up, and we can access all the test files that are in the ETE folder. So remember, we create our test file on the ETE folder, so we are meant to see it under the ETE folder, right? So now this is our test file, our first test. So let's try to run it. By clicking on it, we are trying to run our Cypress. Okay. We are trying to run our test. Now, we are trying to run it and see whether we can access the Jumia website. You can see that, right? So we can access the website. So it means our first test is passed. It means our first test is passed. So that is how to go about our first test. And so if you look at this if you look at this playback our screenshot, you will see that we can see the steps how Cypress is trying to access the website. Okay, so our first test, that's our test suite. Then our test, that is the test where we executed this code, visit the URL, and we can do that, right? So that is how to go about it. So our first test in Cypress is really passed. So in the next video, we're talking about selectors and